And away we go. It's a Dave After Dark edition of the BCJ podcast / nightcap. We'll probably be a little late to do a nightcap tonight, so we'll combine everything here. So go to the Holy Grail, go to Galactic Fried Chicken, do both of those things. Support the people that support us. You know the drill. Tell them to pump it up at Galactic Fried Chicken. Save yourself 15% off. All that good stuff. There you go. We're flipping back and forth. Let's go ahead and get right to it. It is the vacation edition of the BCJ podcast. Dave Simone, cigar in hand, poolside, club canopy. We're not holding up the festivities, are we?
No, we're good. Just wrapped up dinner.
Where we have tonight?
We're good.
Something good? Did you have something
Tonight
good?
was taco night.
Oh. Who was in charge?
Not me.
Not you. Are you in charge for any of the meals?
Yes, I set up the chef.
Okay.
And then we did really good Italian place in town. Did some takeout from there. The other night I set that up.
So you're not responsible for any of the cooking?
No.
Just responsible for the drinking?
Yes.
How many beverages deep are we already?
Enough.
We're enough beverages deep.
Mm-hmm.
That should make tonight more than entertaining.
Yeah, I have a couple over here. One room temp, one cold.
Just in case. All right. Well, let's get to it. I guess the big news of the day, Dave. The conference opponents announced for the inaugural Big 12 basketball season.
Heck yeah.
Have you had a chance to gander?
I did see that. Were we expecting this today, or did they just drop us this nice little nugget?
What I had heard was this week at some point. Today was a bit of a surprise, but I guess this week is almost over. So we got the women, I think, yesterday. So I guess it makes sense for the men.
No, I think that came out just after the men's.
Oh, did it? Whatever.
I think so.
Everything runs together, Dave.
I agree.
Everything runs together, especially when you're on vacation. So the home and away opponents, the teams that Cincinnati will play home and away, Central Florida, Houston, no surprise there. TCU, Oklahoma, and West Virginia. That was a lot more exciting 3 weeks ago. Sure, they were too far down that road to go back. And then the home-only teams, Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and Texas. The away-only games, Baylor, BYU, Kansas, and Texas Tech. What are your initial thoughts on the home and away opponents for the Bearcats?
I mean, my very first thought is, when is the BCJ trip to the Fog?
Oh, we're going. I've already, Taryn and I are going.
The whole crew, right?
So Taryn called this like when I was on, I think right when the Big 12 thing was announced. And it was like, oh, we're going. That first game in the Fog, we're going. So, yeah, I'm going. So I've got 2 extra seats in my car. And then if there's another, if we need another mobile, we'll have to figure that out.
Well, I'm in.
But, okay, Dave's in. Aaron, are you in? Or is your spot up for grabs? Oh, he's already checked out.
We'll see.
You don't want to go check out a game in the Fog?
It's not that I don't want. Not that I don't want to. But there's a 1-year-old.
I mean, we're going to go watch the game, crash, and then drive home. We're not making an excursion. It's Lawrence, Kansas. It's Lawrence, Kansas in the winter.
I'm not ruling anything out.
Extended stay.
Not ruling anything out.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited about. I know people are upset, irrationally upset, that Kansas isn't coming here. I would have been irrationally upset if Cincinnati wasn't going there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great quad 1 win.
I just want to see a game in the Fog. Life is short. You never know what you're going to get, what you're not going to get. I want to go to Kansas and see a game in Fall Gallon Fieldhouse.
I agree.
So that's exciting. Anything else jump out at you?
I mean, not too surprised. Like 2 of the 3 new teams are doing the double ups, in West Virginia, obviously. But no, I mean the only roads are tough: Texas Tech, Kansas, and Baylor. But the whole league is tough. So I'm not going to complain about a schedule that doesn't have, some teams on it in some places that no one wants to go. So
right.
I mean, I think you can carve out any road trip in this conference and for basketball and have and football too, but for basketball and have a really, really damn good time.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the home slate is, somewhat manageable at least. Obviously, Houston's going to be brutal. Kansas State will be really, really bad, tough. Texas is going to be really tough. But, I mean, TCU, Oklahoma, West Virginia, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, like, those are games you feel like in Fifth Third Arena have a pretty good chance to win, right?
Yeah, playing at home is going to be tough for those teams coming here. So, absolutely. I mean, I'm all for it. I've said before that the move, I think, is more impactful for men's basketball than any sport from a postseason, standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're going to have tough road games. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you had Kansas State and Texas on the road, guess what? Those are going to be tough games. Porter Moser is going to get Oklahoma right. He's a good coach. Like, that's going to be a tough game. Iowa State Iowa State and Oklahoma State didn't have a bunch of success last year, but they played in a ton of close games in the toughest conference in America. So, I mean, I don't know how you're splitting hairs. You're looking to complain if you look at this and find anything to complain about.
No complaints from me.
All right. Well, so I guess that's all. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Love you.
Basketball wise, I did have another little peek behind the curtain. The TBT guys taking on the current Bearcats plus Landers Nolly. Landers basically said, I rock with these guys. These are my guys. So I play with them. And then he was the only vet that didn't play with the vets. So, and he and Troy just shit talk constant. I mean, that's worth the price of admission itself. And then Landers was guarding Jake today. So him and Jake didn't shut up either. But a little different after the fact this year. Last year after the fact, I thought there was going to be a fight. Like, I thought Troy and Landers were going to scrap at some point. And today they I guess they know each other all a little better now, and it was just trash talking. So that was good. The team that had Landers, Dan Skillings, Simas Lukosius, Aziz, and one other, damn it. It'll come to me in a minute. They went 8-1 over the 2 days. Dan looked really good today, slashing to the rim, hit a couple threes. Simas is just as advertised as an offensive player. He just knows how to get to a spot. He's good with the ball in his hands. He can pass. So those two were exceptional. Landers hit a bunch of deep threes, including the game winner in the championship. And then he told Jacob Evans, welcome home. Because Jake wasn't there Tuesday. He got in yesterday. So that was his final words. Welcome home to Jake as he hit a NBA 3 to win the game.
So
again,
are you saying like we're going to the Elite Eight this year?
No, because Landers isn't on the team.
True.
So the other difference for the vets today, Trey Scott was hanging out with his little one. He's got look like a 1-year-old maybe. So he wasn't there for the open gym today, but he was the best player on the floor Tuesday. So it should be an interesting TBT tomorrow. I'll be there. Keegan will be there. So excited to check that out. Davion Thomas, was really good again today. I thought just very sudden in the open court. He has got an extra gear that can kind of blow through defenders. He had one today where he went from half court to the rim and it felt like 2.5 steps. So he was good today. I thought Rayvon was good today. Vic made some more action today. Aziz caught a lob that it looked like Josh Reed threw the ball to the ceiling, and Aziz just went up, snatched it, and on his way down casually hammered it. So it was the action was better today. I think both teams practiced before the open gym, so everybody was a little loose and warmed up as opposed to trying to get lathered up like they were on Tuesday. So the action was better today, but I like the talent on the team. I think they got a chance to be pretty dang good, especially if you get Aziz and Jamil, or Aziz or Jamil eligible. Get one. I think this is it's a pretty talented team. You got any questions? Brent asked me 37 questions about Tuesday. So if you have any, fire away and I will answer.
Well, I regret to say that I missed the BBP the other night.
That's okay. I figured you did.
My questions revolve around this TBT team. Like, are we going to win a game? Are we going to win 2 games? What is your vibes?
They did not get an easy draw. The money team is always very good in this tournament. Now, a little bit different this year because they don't have Jimmer. So that'll be a positive. And I think you would hope with Troy, Jaron, Jake, and Trey, that should be able to get a win, right? You would hope.
I mean, the other team I know has, Mike Scott. He played multiple years in the NBA.
Yeah.
He might be the only one. Trevor Booker, he played in the league.
I don't remember if he did, but he was really good in college.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure maybe like a Jake situation where,
Right.
went through a rookie contract. Yeah, I mean, that's Jordan Crawford is always really good in this environment. Trying to find somebody to guard him as a little 5'6" water bug. Him and Troy will be an interesting contrast of point guards, right? You get the little 5'6", like slippery versus the 6'4" kind of power guard. So that'll be interesting. The only thing I worry about a little bit, outside of Coriante DeBerry, not a lot of bigs. Like Mamadou is going to play, and then Marquez Letcher Ellis, who was a pretty good college player, is also on the team. But Corey's without Octavius. Corey's really the only true big, and asking Corey to run 40 minutes up and down,
No, not happening.
is not great. So that'll be interesting to see kind of what the situation is like when they don't have the big fella in the game. But if the guards play well, Cincinnati will have a chance to win. I think Trey will be one of the better players on the floor. So, he's just coming off the summer league, so he should be. Yeah. Trevor Booker played 8 years in the NBA, averaged 20 minutes a game.
There you go.
So Mike Scott and Trevor Booker, they have 2 bona fide NBA dudes.
Yeah.
That'd make it tough. It's not gonna be an easy one.
No, definitely not.
They missed their chance last year. I mean, they were up by 10 in the final minutes and couldn't close it out. Couldn't make free throws and close it out. So
Oh, do we have guests? We have guests. What do you got?
Sparklers.
Oh, sparklers. Apparently, we have guests.
Okay.
Sparklers.
Well, that's always delightful.
I'm sweating very much.
Is it what is it like 100 there? Or?
No, but right now it's pretty warm.
Right now it's pretty warm.
Right now it's pretty warm.
Yeah. Yes, Jared Cumberland is from Wilmington. Pierce. That is.
What else do you want? What else do you want me to talk about?
How about Pac-12 media rights?
Yeah,
we'll just go right to the fastball. Yeah.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I think my favorite thing I've seen on the internet is the college football Reddit page. It said for the 383rd consecutive day, the Pac-12 has promised us details on their media deal.
I mean, I just love that, like, the same president or AD gives the same, like, just feeds the information to a few people. And it's like, we have so many people interested now, we don't even know what to do with ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, that's why this is taking so long now, is there's so many people at the table that, we just have to, see what everybody's offering.
What do you think? Do you think Nickelodeon's in play?
I mean, honestly, right now, I felt this way for a while. I don't think anyone is truly in play. I think there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people that have said, "Yeah, sure, we'll air this number of games for this much money. Do you want it? No? Okay, well here it is." Like, I don't think there's anything serious for them right now.
How about Chris Vanini, who said, buddy, if you think Deion's the only interesting thing in the Pac-12, then football just isn't for you. The Pac-12 is going to be the most exciting conference this year, possibly by a lot.
I mean, that's the thing that is unfortunate for them, is that this situation is overshadowing the fact that I'm maybe not going to take it as far as he did, but, like, there's a lot of really good, especially quarterbacks. I mean, you have Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, Michael Penix, right off the top of my head, like 3 of the top 10 quarterbacks in college football.
Yeah.
Like, there is a lot of interesting football, actual football, and it's just getting overshadowed by all this other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of unfortunate, but I mean, you've done this to yourself, haven't they?
For sure. I mean, I don't believe anything that's being said. I mean, I'll believe there's a deal when there's a deal. Like, they're clearly getting, like, the Stuart, the Howie Mandels and the John Calzones. Like, they're clearly getting info from the same people on the school side. They're not getting any info from the media side. So the school side can say, like, oh, yeah, we're close, blah, blah, blah. It's clearly not true. I mean, they've been saying the same thing for how long?
A long time. Like, a very long time.
That was February.
They're close, Dave. It's just that so many people are interested. These things just take some time. When you have as many people at the table, like
they clearly do. They clearly take a lot of time.
The people that run the TVs at the gas station, at the pumps, like those people are heavily involved. Nickelodeon, the slime cam is going to be heavily involved again. It's hard to tell. It's hard to sift through all these options that they've got.
Yeah, I mean, there are clearly so many options that they, have to take meetings on top of meetings to figure out which one's the best. But I've said forever, I don't think they'll break up. I don't think anyone will leave. I think they'll bite the bullet and just do the deal, and whenever it comes around. But it doesn't lack for laughs. That's for sure.
They have been entertaining, without question. They have been very, very entertaining. Anything else to add on the Pac-12 media deal or lack thereof?
No, I mean it's. Oh, we got sparklers.
What's up, buddy?
Trying not to
And
burn me.
are they trying to catch you on fire?
Well,
have-
Will's got one, so you have a pretty good idea of that.
I have a question for Dave on it.
What's up?
Okay.
Will Washington and Oregon sign a GOR?
I mean,
Oh, did they get you?
if it's less than 5 years, maybe. If it's longer, no. I mean, why would they?
They're signing a 1 year like prove it deal with the CW.
Yeah, I mean
And then,
those schools hold all the cards. Like if they don't want to do something, they don't have to do it.
right.
Just to know if we'd see a different arrangement for Washington and Oregon compared to everybody else, or will they even have equal pay, or are they going to be in a situation like Texas and Oklahoma where they're receiving more money or something like that?
I mean, I don't know, and that's the whole thing is just a mess. Like you have two schools that want out but don't have anywhere to go. You have a handful of schools that are trying to keep the whole thing together, and then you have another group that are kind of in wait and see mode.
It's a mess, is what you're getting at.
Yeah, it's old Big East-esque.
Yeah. Everybody's got their own set of interests and motivations, and none of them align. And that's usually a bad way to do business in this landscape.
Yeah.
When everybody else has their own ideas. It's not great.
For sure.
All right, that's a timestamp. You just throw everything together there, and I don't know. It's let's do Turtles Brew.
Yes.
Visit turtlesbrew.com for more information and locations. They are a 0 sugar, 0 carb, gluten-free, bourbon-infused sweet tea. The flavors are cherry lime, raspberry peach, orange, vanilla. There's 50 locations in Greater Cincinnati. Portion of the proceeds go to Save the Sea Turtles, and it is a 6% ABV. So a nice, easy drinker for you. They are in Cincinnati, in Toledo, and now expanding in Central Ohio. Visit turtlesbrew.com for more information and locations. That also brings us to our team ticker segment, Dave.
All right.
We didn't get a guest today because it just figured Dave's on vacation. Let's not burden somebody with that. So we will kind of get your final cap on Big 12 Media Day, and that is brought to you by our good friends at Team Ticker. It's a one-of-a-kind sports sign for Bearcat fans. If you've got a Bearcat fan getting ready to move in here in the next month at the University of Cincinnati, this is an awesome feature to add to their room. It's a high-tech retro display that provides daily updates of the latest news, stats, schedules, betting odds, and much more with no subscription needed. If you're looking for the perfect addition to your man cave or a gift for that special Bearcats fan, go to teamticker.com and pick up your Team Ticker today. It's got the LED backlighting. It stands out great. It plays the fight song at game time. And as Dave can attest to, it's very easy to hang up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Just need an outlet close by. That's it.
Yeah. What kind of cigar are you smoking, Dave? That's what the people want to
So
know.
I'm currently smoking my favorite cigar. It is of the My Father brand, the La Opulencia.
Can they get those in Cincinnati, or is that a Florida special?
No, you can get them in Cincinnati. They have them at Jungle Gym. They have them at Party Source. I'm sure they are trying to remember what year. Maybe 2020, 2021 Cigar Aficionado number 1 or number 2 cigar of the year.
There you go. That's big time.
So my favorite.
Any
Only the best for the BCJ pod.
Exactly. Would be better if you had Mo here. You guys could talk cigars for 20 minutes. What are your final takeaways from Big 12 Media Days. No special guests. I thought I was watching Dana Beers this whole time.
He wishes. Oh, let's see. Final thoughts. I mean, Keegan covered so much, and I
He did a
just
great
think
job.
I'm ready for football. Is my final thought. Like, let's go. Let's get this season going with teams that care and games that matter, and let's see what this staff and roster can put together. I mean, we haven't been, you and I, Bearcat Journal, haven't been this excited about camp in a long time, just because of the unknowns. I mean, it'll be interesting to go, exciting to watch, and I'm sure we'll get a good idea. I mean, everybody knows you and I will tell the truth.
Yep.
If there's a position group or something that doesn't look up to par, then we're gonna talk about it. So I'm just looking forward to a football season in the Big 12. We've talked about it for so long. It's been a thing for so long. It's been official for a short time, but like we're now, 40-something days away from actually playing Big 12 football.
I do have good news, Dave.
Yes.
I'm not going to give out the date yet, but I have confirmed we will once again have our annual BCJ exclusive sit-down with the head
Nice.
coach to preview camp.
Very nice.
So I got word on that today that it was approved, and I will be sitting down with Scott Satterfield prior to camp, in the days prior to camp, and BCJ members will get our annual 3-part series with the head coach, taking a look at, an overall 10,000 feet view of things. I think it went out, Dave.
I think it did too.
Nope.
We'll get the 10,000 feet view of things in segment 1, and then segments 2 and 3 will be talking about the offense and the defense. So, that's exciting. I like to see that, he's not afraid to sit down in front of the camera and give us a nice long look at where this is at as we head into camp. That's good stuff. So I'm excited about that. That is usually a great way to get our members ready to go. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, we're always appreciative of them allowing the access.
You know how many team sites get that? Like 0, like 1, like us.
Well, I was laughing. I was thinking about that, and I was laughing about it when we did the interview with the Iowa State guy, Nick Osa.
Yeah.
A lot of, if you listen closely, a lot of it was I've heard, it sounds like,
Yeah.
and which means that they're not getting the access that we get. So we're very, very, very appreciative.
And also got word camp will be open, so I'll be there every day. Practice reports will continue. That is always something that with the coaching change, we don't know. And until we are told that things are okay and it's going to happen, we don't know that for sure. We now have confirmation that we will be allowed at Camp Higher Ground, and it will be business as usual. So I think those are the 2 biggest news items of the week. If you're a Bearcat Journal subscriber, you will get practice reports, and you will get our annual camp preview with the head coach. And maybe we'll try to get Nico on one more time before they hit Higher Ground.
Yes.
So things are full steam ahead on that front.
Nico was wanting to know where I was this week. I told him to make sure he watched the Bearcat Journal pod, and then maybe he could find out.
Yeah, that's how this works. And we were going to be here last night, but Tiger was acting weird and got a trip to the emergency vet. But he's back on. He's back to 100%. So we're good.
Tell Nico to get in touch with me. I'll give him the address.
Is he down there? No. Unless he's
if
hanging out in Destin.
If he wanted to come down and rent this house, it's a primo house. So
it looks like a primo house. How's the inside?
Oh, it's great. We were watching some British Open in the pool today. Got the Sonos through the house, so the DJ brother hooked it all up. And
Nice.
yeah, it's been good.
The swim up bar is a nice addition.
It is. It's very nice. And there's two
Like
TVs. Well, one TV doesn't work, but one TV behind it. So we're watching the golf while sitting at the swim up bar today.
Is this one that like you're gonna try it? Like I know last year you said you always look for a different place every year. Is this a rebook?
This one might be. We've talked about it already, so it might
We
be.
like this. We might come back again next year.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't have much else on Big 12 Media Days. Nothing on anything Satterfield.
I mean,
said,
it was last week, and you guys we talked about it two nights. So
I know
I'm
we
not
haven't heard
sure.
your thoughts.
I mean, we talked about it Wednesday.
Not the Bearcat part.
No, not the Bearcat part, but
Yes, they got a walk-on linebacker from Minnesota. Beers. He's a walk-on. So he was a walk-on at Minnesota. He's a walk-on at Cincinnati. I'm sure he will be a great practice player, and if he's got a great personality, maybe he'll be part of this network
one day.
One day. But for now, he's a walk-on linebacker from Minnesota. Went to Elder. I think he's cousins with Kyle Rudolph. So good for him. All right. Well, you got anything else? You're not helping much with this podcast, Dave. You don't have anything you want to talk about tonight. Dave After Dark is supposed to be freewheeling and wants to talk about everything and laughs but like you're trying to be done with me tonight.
I'm not trying. What are you doing, bud? Oh, okay. No, we didn't get a good Pac-12 story today. There's not a ton to get super excited about right now, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I guess we don't have anything left to talk about.
I mean, I've had a wonderful time on vacation.
Okay. But we're doing a podcast.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you got? Do you and Aaron have anything for me? You want me to?
Aaron,
wait?
you got anything? I've hit you with 43 things, and you're like, I don't really have anything to say about that. So I don't know what else to. I mean, I've hit you with everything I got. We usually turn what I asked you into 2 hours of content.
Beer says Dave is in chill mode. You are absolutely right, my friend.
I don't think Dave cares about the men's non-conference schedule to complain about it. What do you think of the Dayton game, Dave?
Good. They should play. I understand why it's neutral because I'm sure both teams would want neither team wants to do a home and home more than likely.
No, it's not that. It's that as of right now, they're doing a neutral site game because then a third party manages the game, and that third party can then introduce NIL for both teams. So that's why it's neutral. And then if it works, then they'll probably run it back in 2024 and do it again so they can get
UC should pound them.
They're still going to be okay, I think.
I don't know if they have any dudes, man.
They got the one guy back, right?
Yes, I believe they did.
I forget his name. I don't care about Dave.
Holmes.
Coach Dan says he wasn't sure if this was Dave After Dark or Hugs on with Willie.
No, I'm not going there, Coach Dan.
Yeah, Holmes. That's his name. Holmes is back.
No, I mean I think it's great. They should always play these local teams. You're in the Big 12. Your conference schedule is great. Play Dayton, play Xavier, play Miami, play NKU. Play the local teams in non-conference. You're not your conference schedule now is so good that just play the teams that help your fan base go to the games.
Yeah. I mean, it just, I don't get the angst over it's a solid, one of the better teams in the A10. Play them. it's what are you losing by not scheduling that game if you've got an opportunity? I did think it was funny. Wes didn't realize how close Dayton was, and then he was like, "Yeah, it's like a couple suburbs away from just being Cincinnati." Like, yep.
Yeah, I mean, a road game at UD is probably going to be a Q2 every time.
Yeah, and a neutral site game should be a Q2, like top 75. Dayton should be right around the top 75 team.
Yeah, so I just you have enough opportunities now in the Big 12. Like, I would be all about playing games close where our fans can make up a big portion of the attendance.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get on it because Dayton fans started, apparently they caught a glitch today in the system and got tickets for pretty cheap because they jumped in early this morning.
Oh, they're certainly going to buy a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
So if you want it to be a predominantly UC crowd, you better get on it because their fans will absolutely buy as many tickets as they're allowed.
Yeah. They will come down here and they will pack that place. Because guess what? They don't have disdain for downtown and the Heritage Bank Center like we do.
No.
Like to them, it's like, oh, well, we're going to go down to Cincinnati for the night, get a hotel, and go to the game and hang out at the banks and like make an event of it. So yeah, buy tickets, go for real. They did say, did you hear? It's the newly renovated Heritage Bank Arena.
Oh, what did they do? I was there a couple months ago. What have they done?
Apparently, they are replacing every seat in the house.
Oh, okay.
They're putting new seats in the whole building, which is a massive, because those seats are some of the worst seats in America. Like, some of the worst seats in
Half
America.
of them don't have armrests anymore.
Well, yeah, because it's they haven't changed it in 40 years.
Yeah.
So, if an armrest breaks, it's just like, oh, man, what can we do?
Yeah.
So, the newly renovated Heritage Bank Arena or Center or whatever the hell it's called. Beers, no. Just no. You almost got banned for that.
For
with
what?
the Big 12 ad savior. No. You're in timeout. You're in timeout, Beers.
I don't believe
So-
they will.
I do have a question for Dave, actually. I want his take on this. I love how his shirt continuously is getting wetter.
Yeah.
How hot it is.
We're just watching him melt.
Very
That's why I'm hassling him, because he's just trying to be done with
Very,
this.
very
so he can
hot.
stop sweating.
So Lane Kiffin today made some comments, basically
Fuck
calling.
Lane Kiffin and his
No!
bullshit comments.
Lane Kiffin's great. What did he
and
say?
I want to hear what Dave's thoughts are on this. He said that
I love Lane.
He said the current state of college football is a disaster. He said the unintended consequence of NIL is a pay-for-play system where there will be even less parity than before. He stated that the transfer portal is NFL free agency except with no contracts and the ability to enter twice a year. And he said college football is now professional sports, but with no salary cap or luxury tax, causing massive problems.
Oh,
and
my
that
God,
comes
I love
courtesy of college sports only.
This is the same Lane Kiffin that's left how many jobs left how many teams just in the lurch for more money elsewhere?
I'll hang up and listen.
And threatened to leave Ole Miss unless they got their NIL thing in order. Like that. That's why he was thinking about taking the other job this offseason. No, it's hilarious.
I mean,
Like-
shut up. Just shut up. Some of these guys just got to shut up. I generally like Lane, but this woe is me bullshit for the amount of money he's making and for his actions as a head coach over the year. Fuck out of here, man.
How much of that is because he didn't land Manning?
How much of that is because he's at Ole Miss?
Well, yeah, because he tried to get out of
one of the worst
there.
jobs in college sports.
He tried to get out, couldn't get out.
Yeah. And now he's throwing a fit because he couldn't get out and he's stuck trying to win the SEC West. Shut up.
Yeah.
How much do you love Josh Heupel now? Beers.
Love
it's
is
okay, we're just
love
not-
is a strong word, Chad. I don't
Did you hear
love many. I don't love many things.
Did you hear what he said today?
I mean, after they got a 5-star receiver.
Or no, yesterday. Whatever they were on the podium at SEC Media Day.
No, I have not.
We're the real UT. Our
We are.
orange is the only orange.
That's correct.
Just 5 or 6 just direct shots across the bow
Good.
of Texas before they come into the SEC.
Good luck, fellas.
That's why I asked. Like you love Josh Heupel now. Like you went from Josh Heupel's the absolute worst to that's my head coach, man. That's my head coach.
No, I'm not that far yet. I'm cautiously optimistic. We'll see how it goes this year, but the recruiting is going much better than I thought it would, and I know they're going to score points. So it'll just depend on defense, but I don't know if I'll ever love that man, considering the bad things I've said about him in the past.
I know. You got to walk back a mouthful of things on Josh Heupel.
I mean, what does it say about Central Florida that Josh Heupel's now a good coach?
Thoughts on the penalties at Tennessee?
Oh, what penalties? An $8 million fine? It's
what, 2 scholarships a year?
They've already been deducting scholarships and official
I know.
visits. Like, they didn't get a bowl ban. That's the $8 million fine. That's couch cushion money for the Vols. Like those were basically no penalties.
Yeah, they basically were told it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I think the joke I saw was Oklahoma State got 2 years, no postseason play because of Tennessee's violations.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Chris. I think Lane is hysterical. But when he goes into this, like, woe is me, like, the players have the power now, like, that's a dude that's been strong-arming people his entire coaching career. Like, that's his play, is what he's upset about. He doesn't like that the Rabbits got the gun. Shut up. Like, that's not, I love when Saban is like, look, I'm trying to warn y'all, I don't want to have to do this, but I will do it. And if I do it, everybody's dead. Like that to me, that's funny because Saban is in on the joke. Like he knows exactly what he's saying. Lane comes off as a whiny bitch when he does this.
No, Lane's message is geared towards his own boosters.
Sure, I know.
Lane's message is, if you want us to be at that level, you need to step up. All these things that are happening, you need to help us get over those. Like, his message is not about sport. It's not about the NCAA. His message is geared towards his own. Yeah,
we're not where we need to be. And if I'm going to be stuck here and can't get out, like, you guys are going to have to funnel a lot more money into our efforts because we're still at Ole Miss when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. I'm going to let you stop. I'm going to stop torturing you. I'm going to let you stop sweating.
Just going to jump in the pool.
I mean, you want to take a break and jump in the pool and come back?
No, I don't. I don't.
All right. We'll end the misery tonight. It's been a long week. It's been a bumpy week here at BCJ.
I love all 53 people watching live. I love all of you guys. We love all of you guys and ladies. I know we have a very strong lady fan base that sits here and watches us do these, juvenile things. So
Marcus wants a cannonball to top it off.
No, I can't right now.
Why not? Just take the earbuds out and do a cannonball.
What are we doing, Drew? Rooftop party. Oh, we're going 4th floor rooftop DJ party tonight.
All right.
Party at the Moon Tower. Let's go.
First kegs on me.
All right.
I mean, the people are pretty adamant about wanting a cannonball, Dave.
That's nice.
You're not a man of the people?
I might put up some videos later.
All right.
No, because I probably got to go in and I got to probably put my kid to bed. And if I'm soaking wet, that's going to be pretty tough to do.
It's vacation. He can stay up late.
No.
Plot twist. You're already soaking wet.
You're already soaking wet.
That is also true. I really just want to go into the fucking air conditioning. It's just dripping down on me, but I have to stay in quality character for the entire podcast. Yeah. So
I've been filibustering for 15 minutes just to make you sit outside and sweat.
Hey.
All right. Get one more read for the timestamp sponsor, just to get it out there, and we'll get out of here.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me get back to it. Oh boy. Turtles Brew is a 0 sugar, 0 carbs, gluten-free, bourbon-infused sweet tea. The flavors are cherry lime, raspberry peach, orange vanilla. There's 50 locations. You can pick them up in Greater Cincinnati. Visit turtlesbrew.com for more information and locations. It's a 6% easy drinking ABV. A portion of the proceeds go to save the sea turtles. It's in Cincinnati and Toledo, and expanding now also in Central Ohio for all of our folks around the great state. Dave, you look gross.
I feel like $1 million. I mean, I'm pretty sure I won the Powerball and the Mega Millions the way I feel right now. So,
yeah, the guy that won the Powerball was in California.
Well,
so
might have been Dan. Might have been Dan Simon.
It might have been Dan Simon. Maybe we'll see if we can talk to him next week. We'll see how it goes.
If the Pac-12 ever signs a contract, maybe he'll have a reason to come join us.
All right. Well, go get in the air conditioning.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Thanks to Galactic Fried Chicken. Thanks to the Holy Grail. Thanks to Turtles Brew. Thanks to Team Ticker. See it right there? Team Ticker? Get yourself one of those. TeamTicker.com. We'll see you next time. This is the BCJ podcast right here on BearcatJournal.com.